Not coming at anyone. If anyone's watching this video, I'm not coming for you. This is so weird. It can be hard to make friends in high school. Will I get in trouble for this? Parties. This is so hard to talk about. I hate high school. Oh my god. Hey guys, it's Emma. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be doing a little high school advice video. Right now I'm actually parked at my high school. Yeah, I'm just filming a video. It's a Friday, so people are like in school right now, which is like really weird because all my friends are off at college and everyone in my town is at school, and I'm still here because I go to UCSB and we're on the quarter system. That means more content for you guys. I have a really long, extensive list of advice for you guys, so this video isn't just your typical high school advice video. Okay, it is. But anyway, this is the high school advice that I wish that I got before going into high school. I am a high school graduate. I did my 4 years. I don't even know how to feel about it. First 2 years were absolute trash. Then junior and senior year, life got better. So I don't know how to feel about it. So the first topic I want to talk about, which is like so annoying because I literally spent the majority of my time in high school thinking about this when it shouldn't have been my priority, but relationships and boys, something we all love. Also, you can substitute this for girls, whatever you want. I spent the majority of my time just like thinking about, okay, that sounds so creepy, thinking about boys, like, oh my god, does he like me? Or like, oh my god, he's so cute. Like a boy would say hi to me and I'd be like, oh my god, they're obsessed with me. I have 6 playlists on Spotify dedicated to boys, so if that doesn't say how weirdly boy crazy I was in high school, yeah. Except I got better, I learned a lot. First thing I want to say, high school relationships are not everything. It seems like everything to have a boyfriend, but it's not. Most high school guys are not worth it. Like most, not all, because there are some good ones, but most are very immature, just not worth it to stress over having a relationship with. Most high school relationships don't last, and it's kind of just like a lot of drama to deal with. Just don't let it consume your life. Another thing about relationships, everyone moves at their own pace. These two people over here could be like having sex and you've never had your first kiss, and that's totally fine. Or you could be having sex and all your friends around you haven't had their first kiss, and that's also totally fine. Everyone moves at their own pace. Don't slut shame, and what is the opposite of that? Whatever, don't judge anyone. Another thing, even though I said high school boys are literally not worth it, don't be afraid to shoot your shot. You literally only have 4 years with these people. I'm really never gonna see any of the guys that I crushes on. Don't be afraid to just, you know, Snapchat him, go up to him in the hallway and talk to him. You can do it. Like, it's literally not that big of a deal. It's good to learn how to deal with rejection, so, you know, if it doesn't work out, it wasn't meant to be, and don't get down on yourself and be like, oh my god, I must not be pretty enough, I must not be good enough. Like, no. He's not good enough. A couple other tips about boys and relationships. You're going to find someone at the right time when you're not looking. Guys would pop up when I wasn't looking. When I would be like, oh my god, I want a boyfriend. No one. That is literally the same thing for all my friends too, so trust us on that one. I know this one everyone says, and you might be like, oh, that's so annoying, but like, you really do have to love yourself before anyone else can love you, because you can't be looking for validation elsewhere. You have to find that within yourself. However, if you do end up having a high school relationship, don't settle first. Not that I had a boyfriend, but I really did that with all my crushes. Like, I'd be like, I don't really like anyone, and I'd be like, he's alright, and like settle for him and then convince myself that I was in love with him. Another thing, set your boundaries. Make sure you're not doing anything that you don't want to do. Communication is key. Make sure you're always on the same page. That's just how a relationship is going to work out. You just always need to talk about what you're feeling. Basically, high school relationships, it's good to gain experience and go on dates and stuff, but you don't need to stress about it. Another thing, sorry, this is really long, but friendships are way more important than relationships. Focus your time into making really good lifelong friends instead of that boy in your algebra class that is kind of cute. Also, this like happens more than you think. I've witnessed a lot of times where a girl and a guy would date and then they'd break up, and then this girl's best friend would date this boy. Not coming at anyone. If anyone's watching this video, I'm not coming for you. I just noticed that, which may be fine in your case. Don't let boys come in between your friendships. That goes for like not even dating, like hooking up with people. That happens a lot too. A lot of girls' feelings get hurt. Yeah. But overall, I was single all my 4 years of high school, and I'm like totally fine with it, actually. It was never like a big deal. Like, yeah, I'd have my nights where I'd be like, oh my god, like what's wrong with me? But I'm actually happy that I got to spend these 4 years growing by myself, and like I kind of got to be free and do whatever I want. So I think being single is a great thing. Okay, that's enough about relationships and boys. That was so long. Okay, next thing, what you should put your priority in is academics. You're going to high school for school, and even though school sucks, a common misconception is that freshman year doesn't matter, and in some cases it actually doesn't. Just in the schools that I applied to, which were the UC schools, they counted freshman year as a transitional year. They didn't really count it, and then like they really counted sophomore, junior, senior year more. But just because I said that doesn't mean that you can slack off your freshman year, because you'll be creating you'll be creating habits freshman year that you're going to use throughout high school. Just get into that habit of doing your homework and actually studying and just like creating good habits for school. It will affect your cumulative GPA in the long run. If you do more work your freshman, sophomore year, junior year, you get to not take as many classes senior year if you like reach all your credits and stuff. At least that's what it was like in my school. Another thing that I cannot stress enough, because this was like a big thing for me, take classes that you want to take and not classes that your friends are taking. In 8th grade, when we got to pick our classes, I was like, oh, I want to take TV. As you guys know, I like filming. Hey, I like filming and TV and all that stuff. My one friend at the time was like, ew, TV's for losers, like don't do that. And I was like, oh. But I missed out on so much that I could have done. TV looked like it was so fun when I was in high school, and I never did it because I thought I wouldn't be with my friends. So take the classes you want to take. AP classes. So I took 6 AP classes, I think. The reason why you're taking an AP class is probably because you want college credit, and I really didn't think about it, but I really should have more, because I took classes that like I'm not gonna major in college and probably won't use for credit in college, except for like 2 classes. That kind of sucked because I kind of just took classes that my friends were taking. Again, I took US history, which sucked, and I hate history, and I ended up getting a 2 on the test. So that goes to show you should really take classes that you want to take, because you'll do better in them too. Also, don't bite off more than you can chew. Make sure that you have free periods. That was kind of my problem. I took too many classes that I only had like maybe 1 free period in the day. Another thing, it really pays off to do your schoolwork on time. Do not procrastinate. It was really a big problem for me, procrastinating. When you get home, don't just watch Netflix, like do your homework after school. You have the rest of the night to do whatever you want. Like you can go out with friends, you can watch Netflix, you can, I don't know, sleep. Also for tests, SATs, midterms and finals, spread out your studying time. For SATs, like I did a boot camp, which was good and it was helpful, but then I like didn't study at all. I could have done better, but I just didn't put in that work and effort. Mad at myself for that, but not gonna get down on myself for a bad test grade, which is another thing, even though it's a SAT. But do not get down on yourself for bad test grades. It is 1 grade. You can get it up. For like our school, we had like percentages, so it was like 40% of your grade is homework and like 25% is tests or whatever, and then like other stuff. If you do your homework, you will get a good grade, because you're doing the homework, and then with that you're learning the material, you're actually studying, and then you'll do well on tests. If you don't do your homework and just try to BS the test, you will not do well. You might like pass, but you're not gonna learn anything, and it just won't be good. Just do your homework. What I wish I knew is I knew that junior year was gonna be hard. Like everyone said that junior year was so hard, but no one told me that senior year first semester was gonna be so hard, because you have college applications and then your teachers on top of that are still giving you homework, which sucked, but it really taught you time management skills. Just prepare for that too if you you plan on applying for colleges. Another thing, make solid relationships with your teachers. You could talk to them about your problems, like they will help you. You will probably not get that in college, most likely. Talk to your teachers, be friends with them. And then the last thing, just like an overall thing about academics, grades are important, but they're nothing to cry over. Don't stress out too much over grades. I feel like people don't really talk about this in their high school advice videos, which is like kind of weird, but involvement. A big thing is joining clubs that you're passionate about and not just like clubs that you just want to show credit for. Join like 3 clubs that you're really passionate about, and then you'll get leadership positions and like you'll make really good friends that have the same interests as you. Don't spread yourself too thin. I know that a lot of people join clubs their junior year just to show colleges that you are involved in stuff, but I'm just guessing that it's gonna look better if you join clubs your freshman and sophomore year rather than your junior year, because you spend more time with that club and they will see that you really have put your time and effort into this club. Also, try sports, even if you're not athletic like me. That's kind of my biggest regret of high school. All my friends were on sports teams and they looked like they had so much fun, and I wish I had that. Even if it's like a JVB team or a club team like paddle or something, I just wish I did that. Last thing about involvement is have school spirit. I swear, my school has no spirit. I don't go here anymore, but like middle school, I feel like we like had school spirit and like everyone would do all the spirit days and it was so fun. And then I remember freshman year, no one would do it, and I was like, what is with this? So then I just didn't do it because I was like, no one at school does it. But everyone like talks about it and everyone wants to do it. They just don't show their school spirit. Why not? Like we should get that school spirit up. It's really fun to dress up for football games and all that. Next thing, friends. It can be hard to make friends in high school. Everyone is a little cliquey. I will admit that. Freshman year, I was so shy. I remember I had lunch with none of my friends and I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Like I have no one to sit with. Eventually I made like 2 friends, but then like when they weren't there, I had to like go out of my way and like talk to new people, which really taught me a lot. You will make friends. Trust me, it will take time, but you will make friends. You just have to like put yourself out there, and I know that sounds weird to be like, hi, I'm Emma. Like that's weird. So my tip for that is to give compliments, because everyone likes getting complimented because we are so self-centered. Even just being like, oh my god, I love your shoes, like where'd you get them, and like talk about like what stores you like, go into that, and then like blah blah blah. If you want to be friends with someone, you have to put your effort into it. Hey, do you want to hang out this weekend, or do you want to study for this test with me, you know, stuff like that. A big thing that I kind of knew about it but I didn't really believe it is that your friend group will change. The friends that you go with into high school, you probably will not go out of high school with. It has happened to like some people, but in my case it wasn't like that. People change and people grow, and you just learn so much about yourself that you're just changing, and like friend groups just will change naturally. Don't freak out about that. It's totally normal for people to grow apart and you'll make new friends. Don't change yourself to fit in. Freshman year there was this girl who I thought was like so cool and popular and like pretty, and I was like, oh my god, I want to be your friend. And so I changed myself. Like I would act dumb because she was not the smartest person, but I would like act dumb. I don't know, I just like wouldn't be myself. And then like finally when I would sit with them at lunch, sit with the popular group at lunch, like I just felt so out of place and I didn't like it at all, and it was just the worst. So popularity really isn't everything. Find the people that are your people. Be yourself. People will like you for the way you are. It's okay to not have a big group of friends. I know I wanted that for high school and I didn't really get that until like the end, I guess. I just find that big groups tend to have more drama because like someone always likes someone in the group, and then there's drama with that. If you have a big group of friends, that's fine too, but you know, just having a close-knit group of like 4 people. Like I have my 3 best friends. I also like being in different friend groups, like floating around. I didn't really have a set friend group. Like I kind of just went from friend group to friend group. Like I had my art people, and then I had my like best friends, and then I had my close friends, which I go out with and stuff, but like you really just need like your best friends. Another thing that is so important, which I dealt with a lot in high school, is that I had a lot of toxic friends. I had to learn to cut all the negativity out of my life, which can be really hard if you've never done it before, but you really just need to for the sake of your mental health and well-being. For example, example, I had this friend that would say mean things about my family and like would be very possessive. I don't know, just like things that like weren't good for me. The first thing you should do is talk to them about it, because communication is key in any relationship, including friendships. So I talked to her about it. She didn't change anything. Talked to her about it again. Didn't change anything. Everyone around me was just like saying, you need to cut her out of your life. I had trouble with this because I was like, oh my god, that's so mean. Like, I can't do that. But trust me, you really need to put your happiness above others' happiness. Cut out that person from your life. And a way to do this is end your Snapchat streak, stop texting them, don't really answer to them as much. It sounds kind of mean, but it's the best for your health. I was so much more happier when I had cut like all the toxic friendships out of my life. Even if you have no friends, it will be better than having that one toxic friend. I cannot stress that enough. That is like probably the most important thing that I will say in this video. Make friends in other grades. It's so fun. Make older friends, they can drive you around. Another tip that I learned from Zoe and Mark, if you remember the British YouTubers, 2014, what's up? There's a saying called friends for a season, friends for a reason, and friends for a lifetime. I think that is just like the best to sum up all of this friend talk. One last thing, girls! There is so much girl drama. Just support each other. Do not talk behind each other's backs, because it will always get back around. If you're in a group and all these girls are talking bad about this one person, don't join in. I didn't really deal with a lot of this, but I do know that it happened. A lot of girl drama happened. Just don't get caught up in that. The next thing I want to talk about is high school parties and social events. So starting with social events, please go to every school event, like football games, basketball games, homecoming dances, prom, fairs. It is good to just have that experience. You don't want to go out of high school regretting anything, and it's fine if it's not your thing, but I really think that you should go. Just try it out, you know? High school goes by so fast. Freshman year literally feels like last year, and you don't want to miss out on anything. Going to sports games, soccer games are so fun. Like, we won the state championship twice, and that was really fun to go to the championship game. Parties, I don't even know what to say. Parties, okay, first of all, don't feel forced that you have to go to any parties. You will probably feel pressure to go to parties because your friends are going, or like just everyone in your school are going to parties, but trust me, it is not like that. There are definitely people at parties that are like, I do not want to be here. Me sometimes. It is totally fine to stay in and not go to a party. Also, high school parties for freshmen are really tricky. I told my sister this. You don't really know what you want. Freshmen especially, I feel like there's such a need to fit in. Don't feel like you have to do anything that you don't want to do. If people are forcing you to do that, they are not your real friends. Also, it is totally fine to go to parties and not do anything. Anyway, just be careful, because at parties you could be making decisions that you don't want to make because of mob mentality and peer pressure. Don't do anything that you don't want to do. Also, another thing that I want to talk about, will I get in trouble for this? I'm just gonna say this in general. Juuling in the bathroom is not cool. You can wait. The hell? Why did you do it on school property where like you can set off fire alarms? I never understood that. I went into my old middle school and they had posters on the wall and it said, it's not cool to Juul. And I think that's so funny that they have to do that now. In middle school! Don't Juul in bathrooms. That's all I gotta say about that. Don't Juul in general. Recently there have been like a lot of stories that have come out. This guy dying because of Juuling. It's not cool. Ending this video up because it's a pretty long video already. My general tips. Do not care what other people think about you. This is probably the most important, okay, I literally said that before, but this is probably the most important thing that you will get from this video. I cared so much about what people thought about me. For instance, YouTube. I've wanted to do this forever, but then I never did it because I was so scared of what people would think about me. And now I started it, and it wasn't even that bad. Okay, the thing is to not give them the power. You have the power. Like, what I did is that I told everyone before they found out. I told my close friends and all my friends that I was making a YouTube channel before I even started my YouTube. Then I started it, and then I put it on my Instagram story or something, and then no one else could be like, oh my god, I found Emma's secret YouTube channel. I had the power. Then everyone was like, oh, it's kind of cool. Also, by senior year, no one really cares anymore and everyone's kind of your friend. It was so worth worth it to start this YouTube channel. Just do things that you want to do and don't care about what other people think. At the end of the day, people really only care about themselves, so they're not gonna be like, oh my god, like, I remember what Jessica wore today, that was so ugly. Like, no one's gonna care. Also, if you do branch out with your outfits, I find that people compliment you more. So do it. Do what you want to do. 4 years with these people. You probably never see these people again after high school. You're gonna be so much happier when you are yourself, like doing your hobbies, having your own style, your own humor. Another thing, don't stress over the little things. Tests, projects. What I would always tell myself if I had like a TED talk to do in class or something, I'd be like, oh my god, I'm so nervous about like speaking in public and stuff. Before class, I'd be like, in X amount of time I'll be done, and I'll be like so relaxed. Everyone is pretty much in the same boat. If you have a project and you're embarrassed that you're gonna mess up in front of your class, everyone in class is doing that same project, so they're probably really nervous too, so you are fine. Okay, second to last thing is that high school isn't everything. It may seem like the entire world to you right now, and it's not. High school is only 4 years of your life. After high school, you have maybe college if you are planning on going to college, and then you have the whole rest of your life ahead of you. There are bigger and better things to life than just high school. If you had a great experience, that's good, but if you had a bad experience, it's totally fine. High school will come to an end and the rest of your life will begin, which is really scary to say because I'm getting close to that kind of. The last piece of advice I want to leave you with is everything will work itself out. Even if you feel like it is the end of the world, that you have no friends and your grades are shit and you don't have a boyfriend and all this, everything will work itself out. You are going through that for a reason. It will all work out for you. Don't worry about it. That's it for my high school advice video. All the high school advice that I wish I got. I hope you guys got something from this video. Stay tuned for a ton of more content to come. College videos, other stuff. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! I go, what? What's your one piece of high school advice?
My one piece of high school advice is shoot your shot because clearly things work out. Boom.
High school advice, be friends with upperclassmen, kind of jump out of your shell. Jump out of your shell.
Jump out of your shell?
Yeah, High School Musical. High School Musical.
I hate that.
Do not park near me. I'm gonna take it down just in case. My camera's burning up. Oh wait, okay.